In this lesson, we're going to take a look at cropping views. Sometimes we need to do blow-ups for the kitchens or baths. So what we can do is we could take a floor plan, for instance. I can go ahead and duplicate that view with detailing. So it's going to make a copy of the floor plan with all the annotation and all the model components. And then once that copy's done, because it might be in an enlarged plan, maybe we're going to change it to a 1/2 of an inch equals a foot. And then once we do that, maybe it's going to be a blow up of the kitchen. So we want to crop everything else out. So down at the bottom here below your drafting area, you have one button which shows the crop region, and then another button that says you want to or don't want to crop the view. So if I select show crop region and I zoom back, I can see this square here. Now notice that there's an inner square and an outer square. The outer square is an annotation crop. And within your view, if that is not visible, if you scroll down in the properties, you'll see annotation crop. You can turn that on and off. What that means is that's a separate box that can control cropping the annotation. Anything that it hits, it'll crop. So in other words, if I turn that off and say apply, now you'll see that I just have the regular crop view. So I could come down and you'll see as I crop in to do an enlarged kitchen that on the outskirts of my crop boundary I still have a lot of miscellaneous annotation that's hanging around there in the background. So now if I go back and turn that crop on, we'll see that it disappears. Now notice my section marks are a unique entity that doesn't happen to. So if I don't want that, I can just right click and say hide category or hide entity in the view. And when I select my annotation crop, notice when I drag this in, all it has to do is hit a piece of annotation and then that's going to disappear. So that allows me to dial in my crop view to allow me to see what I want to see, and then annotation allows me to bring it in a little further because maybe I have little pieces of annotation like this piece that I want to get rid of. I can just bring it in a little more till it hits it and you'll see that that disappears.